Hello everyone, my name is Jalhok Munim. I'm a professor of shipping and logistics in Norway, and I'm making some tutorial videos on shipping market, shipping economics, shipping supply and demand. And in general, when it comes to the trade, international trade, we always think about these two terms, right? We think about import and export. So the main idea with import and export is that, if you deduct your export from your import, and if you get a positive value, so let's say if your export is 2 million and your import is 1 million, so you deduct it, you get 1 million. It's a positive value. So you are in trade surplus, right? And then if you get a negative value, so you are exporting less, but you're importing more. So let's say you are exporting 2 million, but your import is 4 million. So 4 minus 2, you are in negative 2. You have a negative value. So you're in trade deficit. And this is what is bothering the current Trump administration a lot, that USA has significant trade deficit, right, with rest of the world. So their export is much more higher than their import. Also, there is also one concept normally we should know is that, it is believed in international trade that the more trade you do has some association with your economic growth. So if you have economic growth, higher economic growth, you will have more trade. There, the other view is also there. Some people say if you do more, so whether economy affects trade or trade affects economy, that's an ongoing discussion all the time. It may change depending on the phase a country is and so on. But anyway, so here basically I want to show you a cool figure, a cool tool from where you can see many kinds of figures. But I'm basically going to show you only one about the trade deficit and trade surplus of the countries over time with some cool visualization. So this tool is called Gapminder. Okay, so this is called Gapminder. It is initially developed by a Swedish professor and his son. So he died. He was a very well-known health economist. But anyway, so we are in the Gapminder website and we go to resources. And here we have something called understand the changing world. So if I click here, they have this by default setup GDP per capita. And on this side, they have life expectancy. Okay, so we have the GDP per capita and we have the life expectancy, right? So if you play it, you will basically see from the 1800s for different countries, how with increasing GDP per capita, life expectancy was increasing. So in general, we say that country, if they make more economic development, the life expectancy also goes up, okay? So here we have the overview kind of like, so here you see the different countries. So the green indicates the American part, blue is the African part, red is the Asian part, and yellow is the European part, okay? So here, so overall you see over time with increasing GDP per capita, life expectancy in number of years people live also went up, right? Here we are in 1991. So this is how it looks like. This big green one here is USA. So you see in 1991, the GDP per capita for USA was $45,000 and life expectancy of 75.9 years old. If you want to pick only a particular country, you can also do that here, okay? So let's just finish this video and then we go to trade. So here you see, overall, over time, all the countries improved their economy, life expectancy also went up. So all this trade, economy, life expectancy, quality of life, all these are actually interrelated, if you do trade, more economic growth, or and eventually higher quality of life. But here you can actually click on them and change them. So I'm going to keep the GDP per capita here as it is. And I'm going to here I'm on this side, I'm going to go for the economy one, okay? So I'm going to look into economy and I'm going to look into trade, debt and trade. And here I'm going to look into trade balance, as I talked about, import, export, trade deficit, trade surplus. So I'm going to look into the trade balance in terms of the US dollar, not inflation adjusted. That's okay. So I select that one. So here we can see country GDP per capita. Here we can see the trade balance, and here we can see the year. So I'll just play this and it will start from 1960. Yeah, this is 1969 here. So zero means you are in balance, right? Zero means you don't have uh, much deviation in your export and import. So here we see 1700s, many of the countries are in maybe in balance. Then it's moving time to time a little bit, right? And then you suddenly see that this one country is dropping a bit, right? This is USA. It starts to drop and in the 1986. Then it goes back up again. So this could be like some very interesting research question to study, like why it went down and then how it went back up. And then it's going down further, further, further. Then you see there is a big drop from 2001 and during that period of time, right? So that's when it went down significantly. And then it went down further in the recent years. Okay. So this is a cool visualization tool actually to see how different variables are related and how things move over time. While we are focusing on the US, you see here China also went up. So if I play again quickly, you will see China is at some point going up. So they're having more trade surplus, right? So it's going up from the 2001 to 3 period, right? During that time when they become part of the World Trade Organization, and then followed up by that, they went up, right? Great. So we will now talk about the supply side in shipping in the next video.